Hello, I am Girish Krishnani. And you are watching 5-Minute Learnings. This is the first video in a new series. We shall focus on the introduction to one of the most important and talked about subjects in psychology, intelligence. Some researchers have suggested that intelligence is a single, general ability. Other theories of intelligence hold that intelligence encompasses a range of aptitudes, skills, and talents. But even today there is no standard definition of intelligence. There still isn't a consensus among experts about the components of intelligence or whether accurate measurements of intelligence are even possible. Although contemporary definitions of intelligence vary considerably, experts generally agree that intelligence involves mental abilities such as logic, reasoning, problem-solving, and planning. Specifically, current definitions suggest that intelligence is the ability to learn from experience, recognize problems, and solve problems. Given the intense interest in the concept of intelligence, some of the field's greatest minds have explored it from numerous angles. Following are some of the major theories of intelligence. The general intelligence theory. Psychologist Charles Spearman described the concept of general intelligence, or the G factor. After using factor analysis to examine mental aptitude tests, Spearman concluded that scores on these tests were remarkably similar. People who performed well on one cognitive test tended to perform well on other tests as well, while those who scored poorly on one test also scored poorly on others. He concluded that intelligence is a general cognitive ability that researchers can measure and express numerically. The primary mental ability theory, Lewis Thurston, focused on 7 primary mental abilities rather than a single, general ability. These include 1. Associative memory, the ability to memorize and recall. 2. Numerical ability, the ability to solve mathematical problems. 3. Perceptual speed, the ability to see differences and similarities among objects. 4. Reasoning, the ability to find rules. 5. Spatial visualization, the ability to visualize relationships. 6. Verbal comprehension, the ability to define and understand words. 7. Word fluency, the ability to produce words rapidly. Multiple intelligence theory. Howard Gardner has proposed that traditional IQ testing does not fully and accurately depict a person's abilities. He proposed 8 different intelligences based on skills and abilities that are valued in various cultures. 1. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence, the ability to control body movements and handle objects skillfully. 2. Interpersonal intelligence, the capacity to detect and respond appropriately to the moods, motivations, and desires of others. 3. Intrapersonal intelligence, the capacity to be self-aware and in tune with inner feelings, values, beliefs, and thinking processes. 4. Logical mathematical intelligence, the ability to think conceptually and abstractly, as well as discern logical or numerical patterns. 5. Musical intelligence, the ability to produce and appreciate rhythm, pitch, and timbre. 6. Naturalistic intelligence, the ability to recognize and categorize animals, plants, and other objects in nature. 7. Verbal linguistic intelligence, well-developed verbal skills and sensitivity to the sounds, meanings, and rhythms of words. 8. Visual spatial intelligence, the capacity to think in images and visualize accurately and abstractly. The triarchic approach to intelligence. Robert Sternberg defined intelligence as mental activity directed toward purposive adaptation to, selection, and shaping of real-world environments relevant to one's life. Although he agreed with Gardner that intelligence is much broader than a single, general ability, he suggested that some of Gardner's types of intelligence are better viewed as individual talents. Sternberg proposed the concept of successful intelligence, which involves 3 factors: analytical intelligence, the ability to evaluate information and solve problems; creative intelligence, the ability to come up with new ideas; practical intelligence, the ability to adapt to a changing environment. Fluid versus crystallized intelligence theory. Psychologist Raymond Cattell, along with his student John Horn, created the theory of fluid versus crystallized intelligence. Fluid intelligence involves the ability to solve new problems without relying on knowledge from previous experiences. According to the theory, a person's fluid intelligence declines as they get older. Crystallized intelligence, on the other hand, increases with age. This type of intelligence is based on concrete facts and experiences. Emotional intelligence theory. Emotional intelligence, sometimes called EQ, was initially coined by psychologist Daniel Goleman. It refers to a person's ability to regulate emotions and use their emotions to relate to others. Signs of emotional intelligence include strong self-awareness, empathy, embracing change, and managing emotions in difficult situations. I am sure this introduction to the topic of intelligence would evoke quite some interest. It will take more than a few videos to properly cover the subject, so hold on and wait for my next video on the general intelligence theory. Hope you found this video useful. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, 5-Minute Learnings. And do remember to hit the bell icon to get notified of the new videos. Thanks for watching.